Many in the West are only just finding out that the order of events leading to the conflict in South Ossetia was not the one shown on the major international news channels. In some instances, there seem to have been deliberate attempts to suppress the range of opinions. On Fox News Channel, a 12-year-old American girl and her aunt, having witnessed the war in Thinvali, were interrupted while trying to tell their story. Our correspondent Anna Moya met them afterwards to get the full picture.
12-year-old Amanda Kakoeva holds on to a doll she bought in South Ossetia, one of few things she was able to bring back after fleeing the conflict zone. She says it was a long and frightening journey back home.
I was afraid because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was scared for all the people that were left, because when I was leaving I was scared for all the people that were left behind.
Amanda, who lives in the San Francisco area, was visiting her relatives in South Ossetia for the summer. On the night of August 7th, she watched in horror as the war broke out. Amanda spent the night in her uncle's basement. The following morning, they fled to North Ossetia and eventually Moscow. But they would have never made it to safety if it wasn't for the help of Russian troops, Amanda says.
They helped us out a lot, and they came when we really needed help. So I just want to say thank you to them.
A part of Amanda's story that the American media has repeatedly left out. Upon her return to the United States, she and her aunt Laura gave several interviews, including this live appearance on Fox News.
I want you to know to whom to blame on this conflict. That's Mr. Saakashvili, who started this war, and Mr. Saakashvili, who is aggressor. And 2,000 people were killed in one day. And that's what I am against.
I would never cut you off. Unfortunately, a commercial break will take us there in 4 seconds, whether we like it or not.
I know that you don't want to hear that.
I'll be right back with you. Stay by.
And after the commercial,
we can blame only one person, and Georgian government. I'm not blaming Georgian people. I'm blaming Georgian government, and he has to resign.
Well, that's certainly what the Russians want. If I had more time, you would get it, but I have but 5 seconds. Thank you both. The young girl's a hero in San Francisco, and understandably, there are gray areas in there.
It's not a gray areas, guys. It's a genocide.
Laura says she's not necessarily pro-Russia. Her mother is Georgian and her father South Ossetian. But she simply wanted to tell the truth about what her family went through.
I wanted to Americans know that Russians didn't start this war.
Laura says she prays for her family and hopes there will be no more bombing. Amanda's father is currently in South Ossetia to make sure his relatives are out of harm's way. The family says everyone is fine, but they will only leave their homeland if the fighting resumes. Amanda hopes to see her father soon again. And despite her ordeal in South Ossetia, the 12-year-old girl would still like to return there one day. But the world she left behind will never be the one she once knew. Anna Moya, RT, Walnut Creek, California.